Hello, and welcome to the Martial Art Network Online. Today we are sitting here with Master Ron Tramontano, the owner of the Martial Art Network Online, or T-Man as it's become known to the world of martial arts. Hello, Master Tramontano, and welcome to your own network. I understand the Martial Art Network's been around since 1995.
Yes, conceived in around 1993 or 92, and then probably a project that we knew we were going to undertake in around 1993.
And who were some of the people initially involved?
Well, there was Tony Donato, who was a student at that time and a good friend. Dr. Ron Valley, same thing, a student and a good friend. Dr. Ron Valley is really the one we have to give the credit to. He single-handedly built that the websites for us in those early days. Single-handedly, we were getting about 1 million hits a month on that site.
And I understand the Martial Art Network had studios at Universal?
Yeah, we were there for around 7 years. That was a great experience. We had a lot of fun bringing people in, talking to people about the project.
Mm-hmm. And what happened?
Well, I guess timing is really what killed us. In the early 90s, if you remember, there was 2 major declines on the market, and then 9/11 took place. So it was just circumstances that came up that kind of really had made people pull out of the project a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
I still think it's a great idea, and I believe it will end up happening one day. There's a lot of other people that have been trying to put it together, but it's not what we conceived. What's out there right now is really still not what we conceived at that time. At that time, I was looking for a place that families would be able to put their children in front of a TV that would finally be teaching family values, basically the right things.
Mm-hmm. And what motivated you to undertake such a huge project?
Well, at that particular time in the early 90s, you got to remember there was only 50-something channels. All right, there were 50-something channels, and there weren't these big cable or satellite television thing. Now you got 500, 600, 800 channels. But it was tough. It was something that needed to start, and we started it. That's part of the history of the martial arts now.
Hey, it would seem to me that this is a total paradigm shift for the martial arts.
Well, now we're talking about the new projects.
Correct.
Okay, the new projects are the virtual competition. And the virtual competition is, a paradigm shift. I would have to say so. This is totally unique, something new. The biggest thing about this now is getting martial arts school owners to understand and the wanting to go ahead and implement something that's totally new. The virtual tournaments are great, okay? They do something totally different than the local tournaments. The virtual tournaments, almost in an instant, change the student's attitude. He's there, he's in front of a camera, he has to talk, he has to project himself, he has to learn new skills, movie making, things like that. Who knows where that stuff is going to take a young mind in his future. Okay, it's a lot of fun.
Right. And how would you convince school owners to get on board with this idea?
Well, I think one of the major things as far as convincing school owners, the websites that we've created are designed purposely to make money for school owners. School owners can come up to the websites, and what they do is their students and parents, they pay an annual fee of $25. And once that annual fee is paid, which is a lot less than going to one local tournament. A local tournament, you have to realize, that's going there, spending a whole day. It's at least $100 a day. With the virtual competition, it is so much, so less expensive and time consuming. Now, once they pay their $25 annual fee, whatever the school owner says to to the student body. This particular tournament is running, say, $20 this month. It's not, that's only one of the benefits that the virtual projects give them. There's also sponsors that are on board that will give them free deals and money off products and stuff like that. So we're looking for that. And if anybody out there in our audience wants to get involved with our sponsorship program, please give us a call.
You mentioned benefits to the student. How do you feel their training would benefit from this?
Really, Bob, by leaps and bounds. How many times are you going to go ahead and practice a particular move before you submit it to an online video tournament? You're going to practice it until you got it right. Okay? So just that alone, never mind the public speaking, because they have to talk about what they're doing. They have to go ahead and project themselves, assert themselves. There's so much benefit to this type of training that I believe once all of these school owners get an opportunity to see, and we've provided videos for this to show them before and after things. If they go to our seminars, there's a whole seminar, virtual video seminar that we post, and they can go ahead and take a look at everything from stage 1 to all the way to the finished completed project.
School owners for income. How would this generate income for the school?
Well, school owners, again, are collecting their fees at their school. So a student, just like going to any tournament, you pay an entry fee. Well, the entry fee is what the school owner determines the cost of competing. And the students pay their entry fees at your school, the school owner's door, so to speak. And now what happens is, so a student would go ahead and create a no longer than 4-minute video, send it up to YouTube, take that URL and bring it over to our competition site, and they would upload it to the particular month and category for that particular month. So that's a school owner site. Now you also, the students are competing with other schools, with other students from other schools. Pretty unique project.
It's an interesting concept. What sort of revenue can you see the schools generating from this?
Okay, in my school I have, let's say I have 250 students right now. And you have to understand the project just really started. So right now I probably have anywhere from 40 to 50 students competing, and I go ahead and made my entry fees $20. This is a self-fulfilling type of thing where you're going to get more students each month competing. It constantly happens each month like clockwork. All right, you're going to figure out more ways of promoting these things. Okay, the way the scoring is done is their classmates, friends, and family go up to the website. They have to register, and then they can go ahead and vote. Everybody gets one vote. So the winners of these competitions are the ones that get the most stars and the most views. So these people that are bringing friends and families from their neighborhood, they go up to friends and families, they go ahead and register. We collect all of that data. That data is given to the school owner as leads at the end of the month, where they can go ahead and start to make phone calls.
Sure.
And emails and stuff like that, possibly getting more students for the school. That's the whole purpose. Linda and I basically designed this thing because we love the martial arts, and we just want to see it get bigger and better. We know what we do in the communities is great for these kids, and I believe I know I'm not unique. I believe every school owner feels the same way.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. So, now the $25 registration fee for the student and parents, how does that work?
It's an annual fee, which is a lot less than going to one tournament, as I'm sure you know. And, they pay it one time for the year.
Okay. Well, Master Tramontano, I want to thank you very much for your time and your information, and I'm sure everybody out there would be interested in the program. Maybe you could post after this interview the contact information.
I certainly can. I certainly can.
Again, thank you very much.
Master Monpro, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks again.